We continue the chapter Laws of Motion, and we discuss a question which is asked in examination, that why pulling a lawn roller is easier. Why pulling a lawn roller is easier. Why pulling a lawn roller is easier than to push it, than to push it. This is the question which is asked in examination, that gives the reason why pulling a lawn roller is more easier, while pulling a lawn roller is more easier than to push it. Suppose there is a lawn roller, and this is the surface. So the weight of the lawn roller, W, W equals to mg, acts in the downward direction, and its normal reaction opposite to the direction of the weight. R is the normal reaction acting. And there is a lawn roller, and the force F acting on the lawn roller. F is the force. This is the case of pulling the lawn roller. So with the horizontal, suppose this force is making an angle theta with the horizontal, and roller is pulled in forward direction, and force F is making an angle theta with the horizontal direction. So there must be two components of this force. The horizontal component lie on the horizontal direction, which is F cos theta, and its vertical component is F sin theta. And since the roller is pulled in forward direction, so the kinetic force of friction, Fk, acting in the backward direction. We have taken a case when the lawn roller is pulled in forward direction. So the force F is acting, and let force F is making an angle theta with the horizontal. So there must be two components of force, F cos theta and F sin theta. Weight acting vertically downward, and normal reaction acts in a perpendicular direction opposite to the weight of the lawn roller. So we resolve these two components of forces. In upward direction, vertically, there are two forces acting, R and F sin theta. And in downward direction, the force acting is W. So we equate these two forces, and we can write R plus F sin theta. R plus F sin theta is equals to W. W is the weight. R plus F sin theta equals to W, and we can find the value of R. So R equals to W minus F sin theta. Now force of coefficient of friction mu equals to F equals to mu into R. Force of kinetic friction Fk, force of kinetic friction Fk equals to mu k into R, coefficient of friction into normal direction, and the value of R is W minus F sine theta. So put the value of R, so we get mu k into W minus F sine theta. This is the force of kinetic friction. Roller is pulled. When the roller is pulled in forward direction, then the force of friction acting Fk equals to mu k into W minus F sine theta. W minus mu k into W minus F sine theta. So this was the case of pulling. Now we discuss the case of pushing. The case of pushing the lawn roller. Surface weight acting downward, and normal reaction in this case suppose R dash. And the lawn roller is pushed by the force F. The lawn roller is pushed by the force F. So the direction of force is F, and this force is making an angle theta with the horizontal. This is the case of pushing the lawn roller. Pushing the lawn roller. So the two components of force is, one is F cos theta and another is F sin theta. And force of friction acting in backward direction, Fk, kinetic force of friction. So now we resolve these forces in vertical downward direction. Two forces act, F sin theta and W, and in vertical direction, upward direction, the force acting is R dash. So R dash equals to W plus F sin theta. R dash equals to W plus F sin theta, and Fk, name it Fk dash. In this case the force of friction is Fk dash. So Fk dash equals to mu k into R dash. So mu k as it is, and the value of R dash is W plus F sin theta. So Fk dash equals to mu k plus mu k into W plus F sin theta. This is the force of friction. So it is clear that Fk dash is greater than F of k. Means force of friction in case of pushing the lawn roller is greater than the force of friction in pulling the lawn roller. So in case of push, the force of friction is more. In case of push, force of friction acting is more. In case of push, the force of friction acting is more, so it is easier to pull. So it is easier to pull a lawn roller or any body than to push it. Than to push it. So this is the reason that why it is easier to pull a lawn roller or a body than to push it. Because when we, in case of pulling the lawn roller, the force of friction Fk is less, and in case of pushing the lawn roller, the force of friction Fk dash is more. Therefore, it is easier to pull a lawn roller than to push it. Now discuss the next topic, that is centripetal force. Centripetal force. The force which acts towards the center of the curved part or circular path. So the force required to make a body move, force required to make a body move in a circular path. Force required to make a body move along a circular path. Force required to make a body move along the circular path. Move along the circular path. With a uniform speed. Force required to make a body move along a circular path with a uniform speed is called centripetal force. Is called centripetal force. Speed remains constant, that is with uniform speed. Velocity gets changes at every point, because in circular motion the direction of the motion changes at every point. That's why its velocity gets changes, but speed remains constant. So force required to make a body move along a circular path with uniform speed is called centripetal force. It always acts along the radius Centripetal force acts along the radius towards the center. Towards the center of the circular path. And radius is always perpendicular. Centripetal force is perpendicular to the radius. So force required to make a body move along the circular path with the uniform speed is called centripetal force, and centripetal force acts along the radius towards the center of the circular path. Suppose a body is moving in a circular path. So at every point, the direction of the velocity, at every point of the motion, the direction of the velocity gets changed. Its speed is constant, but velocity gets changed. V is the velocity, and force acting, centripetal force acting towards the center. F is the centripetal force. So centripetal force always acts towards the center of the circular path and along the radius. So this is about the definition of centripetal force. The force required to make a body move along a circular path with a uniform speed. Speed remains constant, but the velocity, the direction of motion gets changes at every point. Means its velocity gets changes. And the direction of centripetal force acts along the radius and towards the center of the circular path. Now the next topic is expression for centripetal force. Expression for a centripetal force. When a body is in uniform circular motion, when a body is in uniform circular motion, when a body is in uniform circular motion, its velocity changes continuously. Its velocity changes continuously. When a body is in uniform circular motion, its velocity changes continuously. Its velocity changes continuously due to the change in the direction of the motion of body, due to the change in the direction of the motion of body. When a body is in uniform motion, when a body is in uniform circular motion, then its velocity continuously changes. Why velocity? Velocity changes means its direction changes. The direct because due to the change in the direction of the motion, at every point the direction of motion of the body changes. That's why its velocity gets changes, but the speed remains constant, and hence an acceleration is produced, and hence an acceleration is produced, and hence an acceleration is produced, which acts inward, which acts inward. We know that acceleration is a change in velocity. So continuously there is change in velocity. In uniform circular motion, the direction of motion of the body changes continuously, and due to the change in the direction of the motion of the body, its velocity gets changes, and due to the change in velocity, the acceleration is produced, and the direction of acceleration is towards acts inward, radially inward, and it is called centripetal acceleration. Hence, an acceleration is produced which acts inward, called centripetal acceleration. Called centripetal acceleration. So centripetal acceleration acts inward, and it is given by centripetal acceleration A equals to V square by R, and we know V equals to omega into R. V equals to omega into R, where omega is the angular velocity and R is the radius. So V square means omega square R square upon R. 1 times R cancelled, and we get the expression for centripetal acceleration A equals to omega square R. So acceleration, centripetal acceleration in terms of angular velocity omega square R, and centripetal acceleration in terms of linear velocity A equals to V square by R, where V is the linear velocity and omega is the angular velocity. Of the body. So this is the expression for centripetal acceleration, and centripetal force required to move a body in a circular path. When acceleration is produced, then the force also produced, and the centripetal force required to move a body, the centripetal force required to move a body along the circular path, centripetal force required to move a body along the circular path is given by F equals to M into A, and the value of A in terms of V, mv square by R, and V is also written as omega R. So M omega square R square upon R. So this is M into omega square R. M omega square R. So this is the expression for centripetal force. So centripetal force F equals to mv square by r, which in turns equals to m omega square into r. Expression for centripetal force F equals to m into a, and the value of a in terms of linear velocity v, mv square by r, and v is written as omega into r. So F equals to m omega square r. So this is the expression for centripetal acceleration and centripetal force. Now examples of centripetal force. Examples of centripetal force. For a stone rotated in a circle, for a stone rotated in a circle, for a stone rotated in a circle, the tension in the string, the tension in the string provides necessary centripetal force. Provides necessary centripetal force. When a stone is rotated in a circle by a string, when a stone is rotated in a circle by a string, then the tension produced in the string, and the tension is just like a force which produced in the string, and the tension produced provides the necessary centripetal force. The centripetal force for the motion of planet. The centripetal force for the motion of planet around the sun. The centripetal force for the motion of the planet around the sun is provided by the gravitational force, is provided by the gravitational force. The centripetal force for the motion of planet around the sun. The centripetal force for the motion of planet around the sun is provided by the gravitational force exerted by the sun on the planet. Gravitational force exerted by the sun on the planet. Exerted by the sun on the planet. So the gravitational force provides necessary centripetal force in case of motion of the planet around the sun. the motion of the planet around the sun, because planet also moves around the sun in a circular path. So the necessary centripetal force is provided by the gravitational force exerted by the sun on the planet. And the third is, for a car taking a circular turn, or a car taking a circular turn, for a car taking a circular turn on a horizontal road, circular turn on a horizontal road. For a car taking a circular turn on a horizontal road, the centripetal force is provided. The centripetal force is provided by the force of friction. The centripetal force is provided by the force of friction. When the car takes a circular turns on a horizontal road, then the centripetal force is provided by the force of friction between the tires and road, between the tires of vehicle and road. So for a car taking a circular turn on a horizontal road, the centripetal force is provided by the force of friction between the tires and the road.